What's with that music? Right? I know I'm nitpicking on a pure random thing. I think
Oh yeah, of course, I'm player one now.
Is the music
we have Switch controllers, just to see how.
Aye, so we've switched sides. So,
so yeah, sorry for the confusion, but I just picked Donkey Kong. I'm not going to use Donkey Kong because he's Garbo, but yeah. Right,
I'm going to pick Metal. Metal seems like he'd be heavier. I'm going to go with Waluigi because that means.
No, don't use Waluigi. I'm sure the Cat Cruiser's quite a good car. It is. Wants a bit of speed though.
Too much customization for me.
Too much?
Not enough.
I quite like that one. That parasail looks really nice.
I'm just going to copy it again. We're
Yeah,
trying to limit the variables. That's how you conduct this.
Oh, Mount Wario is a fun one. I do like Mount Wario, but I like all of those, whereas I don't really like Dolphin Shoals.
Well, we can do that. Yeah, alright. Keep in order.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yes.
Deadly Queen.
Aye, so that's meant to be Killer Queen. You know, the Queen song.
I know.
Yeah.
Aye, exactly.
Sheer Heart Attack is what it's meant to be called. What do they call it in the English dub? Is it still called Sheer Heart Attack?
I think they just call it Heart Attack.
Right, yeah, because Sheer Heart Attack's not a Queen song.
Yeah.
And then, because in the last one, like, Another One Bites the Dust. What's the one?
Can't remember.
That rings a bell. I might be wrong.
Even though I've just finished watching it, which shows I've clearly got Alzheimer's.
Nah, but there's a lot in them. Especially in Diamond is Unbreakable, because they all have Japanese names.
Yeah.
Which, can be a little...
I mean, I like these shows with the Japanese names, but they are harder to remember.
They are harder to remember.
So it's not...
Because they're not pure iconic names like Goku and Gohan. It's like Ishigari Namasuka Jr.
Well, their full names are also... Like, what I'm watching as well, give me some credit, I'm watching My Hero Academia, and again, it's...
Yeah, and they do have a lot of characters and shit.
Aye, yeah, the whole Class 1A versus... I'm watching Class A versus 1B right now. Right. It's fucking... They're like, oh, go Todoroki, and I'm like, who the fuck's Todoroki again? And
which one is Todoroki? Is that the one that looks like a frog? Right, see... Okay.
That's...
half fire, half ice.
Asumi... Asumi is the frog. Froppy. But yeah, they've all got full fucking names.
Yeah.
As well as their kind of hero names. Fucking Izuku Midoriya, you know what I mean?
And it's like we're Chad weebs. Like, we watch anime, but we also go outside and stuff like that. We're not like the total Reddit, not Reddit. Well, yeah, Reddit, but I was Discord mod weebs. You know.
I've seen outdoors. I've seen a woman's vagina.
Go touch grass. Like, we have touched grass before.
Yeah, exactly.
Once or twice.
I'm not an incel.
I do MMA, so I can't be a geek. I'm only half joking.
I'm those guys' worst nightmare. Cis white male.
Aye, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna steer.
Married to a woman. As opposed to a...
Did you just throw...
I did not throw a blue shell at you. I'm currently being chased by a bullet bill while I am in 3rd place.
Jobby off.
How's that fair?
That's repugnant. That's ignorant. Daisy.
New series
I wouldn't mind as much, but Daisy, you're a fucking cow. You're not even a princess.
Exactly. She wasn't even in the Mario movie.
Well, there you go then.
Was it good enough? Didn't make the cut.
Fucking wee cow. Fuck off back to Sahasra Land or whatever it was called. See, no one even remembers.
Nah, exactly. No one cares.
Mario Land. You're a mistake. Get out of my face.
Disaster.
Aye, but yeah, like we're the Chad weeds. We're not the pure best.
Fucking, did you see that? Fucking green shell. No way did you fucking hit me, Wario. Fucking...
I saw that. That was frustrating. So that's another variable that we've. The
Pro Controller.
Yeah.
5th is still better than my average. I think my average is 6th.
Right. Okay. Well. Okay.
I'm not saying I have to get 1st every time. Part of that is the variable of once you get to 1st, it's easier to stay there.
If I sometimes it is. That's the thing. Yeah, I'll grant you that, because like sometimes when you're in 1st, everyone's coming for you, but then other times like you're away out in front, so everybody's competing for like second and third.
Exactly.
And that's where all the items and junk go.
Also, I don't know this course particularly well. You clearly chose it on the basis that you knew it very well, and not just because we're going from right to left.
It's quite fraudulent, this course.
I just got hit by my own fucking green shell. What are the fucking odds of that?
You bunch of perverts get out my road.
And new series of Demon Slayer's coming next week.
Yeah, it's maybe awesome.
Aye.
That series.
And again, there's another series that's got, you know, fucking full named Tanjiro, and I can't even remember half of the guys in it. And that's just me being ignorant, I guess, but I'm sorry.
No, I was struggling to remember. Like, I had to.
Amazing with names normally, but
I might actually write them down. The problem is as well is that I didn't like binge watch it. I'll need to go back to it. I might actually go right back to the start because I feel like it was better than I kind of gave it.
It was a slow. Oh, you fucking! Did you see that? That little fucking. It's not enough to kick me while I'm down. I'm in sixth. Some fucking no character. Fucking Koopa throws a fucking shell at me. Fucking Waluigi.
Fuck you, Mario, you dirty, smelly pervert.
That was another guy who wasn't in the fucking Mario movie.
Who?
Waluigi didn't make the cut.
Of course he didn't. He didn't even make it into Smash Brothers. He's going to make it into the Mario movie with all the A-listers.
Aye, like Princess Peach.
Like Strong Woman Peach.
Strong Woman Peach. That woman often characterised as a strong, independent woman. I don't give a fuck you've not seen it. I want to fucking bitch about it.
Oh, did you see that? That was divine. Right as we jumped onto the Harrison, the jump.
The Mario movie is dog shit, right?
Right.
But only as an adult. As a child, I get it. I see the appeal.
Yeah.
I think I can see why the kids like it. And I hope it will do well. And it will get many sequels. It's making all the money.
Yeah, the good thing is
the problem is it's got agenda pushing in it, and that's the bit
that's the thing is it's the agenda pushing and crap like that. Like, just make a good movie. But
there's no need for it. Of all the movies that you could have agenda pushing in, it's like why touch something that is, you know, so sacred,
timeless, Stuart Jack, timeless, and all that good stuff.
You know, why turn Mario into the bad guy? Why is Mario the bad guy?
Fuck off. That is some horseshit ass shit. You're a fucking slut. Honest to God.
Is Daisy giving you grief again?
What a fucking boot. There was just no need.
Oh, you fucker. My mushroom literally put me into last place.
Red shell right on the jump, even though I had a banana behind me, because it takes too long to equip the banana right behind you. You're a cow. Look at the state of you.
Aye, equals pequels. When you're equals pequels, do they get the win? Do you know?
Aye, probably.
I need to Google that, but I always hated that as well.
Nintendo were bastards for that, because I'll never forget Pokemon Stadium. It was like the final gym leader or whatever. I don't know why I was using an electrode. I was probably just trying to get as many Pokemon into the Hall of Fame. And I used the explosion, killed it. But obviously you die as well, and they won. Even though I specifically recall on occasion when the other thing happened and they still won. So like, they do it to you, they win. You do it to them, they still win.
Aye, that's favouritism.
Nintendo, I love you, but that is some horseshit right there.
Eat my fucking banana. Why do I land on my own items? Honestly, it's like a fucking magnetic attraction. And people say, you're just not very good at this game, Stuart. I'm like, yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not my fault. I'm a victim. I'm a victim.
Oh my word.
Fucking victim culture.
Jobby it off, you actual.
Speaking of victim culture, there was a new one coming out in Cosmo today.
Right.
Luckily the feminist agenda's gotten distracted. And has stopped attacking men and started attacking started attacking women.
Right.
So what they were attacking today is what they've now defined as a pick me girl.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what is that?
Yeah.
Ironically, when I read half of the description, I was like, that just sounds like Amanda. It was like a woman who engages in like masculine activities. And I was like, well, and it was a picture of a woman fixing a motorcycle. And it was like a woman who has like predominantly male friends. It was like, again, that's Amanda.
What's wrong with this though?
Right, so what they're getting at is a pick me girl is one who's just solely out for like male attention, and they're like, and I guess that their criticism on them, well, they're anti-feminist, so they don't wear makeup. I'm like, okay.
But I thought feminists don't like makeup.
Yeah, well, I was like,
sexist.
yeah, I was like, yeah, well, no, I mean, they're like, oh, they weren't even quite about, oh, they beautify themselves just for the men. It was a bit like, they'll do whatever it takes to get male attention. Okay.
I mean,
that part
so far,
say,
right, I can think of examples of people who are like that.
Aye, who are like, the idea is pick me.
Yeah.
That's what they're getting at. I'm like, I don't know, man. It feels a bit general.
It's one of those things where like, there's people that legitimately just like that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like fake gamer girls. It is a thing. Like, oh, I'm not like other girls. I'm gonna have a night in playing PlayStation and holding like an Xbox controller.
Aye, exactly.
You know, that is a thing, but.
But there also will be a woman who likes it.
Yeah, of course, there'll be a lot of people that just like. I thought it's a lot of the people that get so into this SJW stuff are not good people because they just want someone to attack. And that stuff like this comes out because it's like, I'm a feminist, but I fit all those traits. Oh, but you can't be a feminist because I say so. Like, you can't be a feminist because you have
the definition
you
of
ride a motorbike, you know, crap
exactly.
like that.
It was like, you're not. So I was like,
it's a sort of moving target, and you know, things like that. And I feel like a lot of them, they just want someone to pick on.
Well, it was a Cosmo article, so I'm like, that's worrying because it's like, women are going to read this. And you go, oh yeah,
so you're saying only women read Cosmo?
Me.
Pretty sexist.
That's a fair challenge. I'll give you that. That's true. It's a woman's magazine, mate.
It's a woman's magazine.
It's a woman's magazine.
See where it says sex? I'll put yes, please.
That's a different still game, but.
Oh, so it is that. It's because they're both in waiting rooms.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye, well done, son. That'll get you a lot of points. If that one's a job interview, the other one's at the doctors, aye.
Yeah.
But it's
Nosmo King.
Nosmo King, aye.
You shot boy that Nosmo.
And it's like, aye. It's like, well, what's a feminist? Define a feminist. Well, I watched a separate video today which is all about the diversity thing. It's like, you know, and it's about, I don't appreciate being assumed that because I work, I don't like, you know, I'm a man who works, I don't care about my family.
Yeah, that's...
People assume, you know, one of them was like, people assume like, I want to spend time with people of the same ethnicity. And it's like these two women who look similar, but like, no, actually we're not. Like, just because we look like the same. Like, one was Egyptian, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas the other one was like from like Saudi Arabia, and they're like, it's just ignorance. And you're like, yeah, no, exactly. It's, just because you're a man doesn't mean like, you know, you love football and beer and, you know, big titties and all that. It's like, yeah, it's and sort of making out like, oh, you're a pick me girl if you like, you know, manly things. It's football. Like, well, I'll let exactly. If you like football
or games,
you like hanging out with men. It's like some women like hanging out with men because they don't bitch. They can be a bit more to the point, and they're not as feeling orientated. Some women actually prefer that because they're like, nah, you know, I don't mind having a lot.
I think a lot of it depends as well on where what you work in and who you're around and
exactly.
things like that as well, right?
Definitely
so
industry
like,
stuff.
I mean, like at art school, for example, it was all chicks, like all lassie. I think there was like, in our class of like 40 people, I think there was like 2 dudes, right?
Well, that tracks.
But that was fine. I got on well. I had like a group of friends. But when I would be like boxing, kickboxing, what have you, there was boys and girls, but I would tend to like hang out with the boys more because you get that balance. You kind of get both. So what I'm saying is, if you work with mostly women and you want to hang out with dudes, so if you're a woman, you work with mostly women, you want to hang out with dudes in your spare time, it kind of makes sense. Like, it's a change of pace. Not necessarily, it's not even necessarily a male thing or a female thing. It's like hanging out with people that have different interests. So you work in, I don't know, childcare or whatever. You probably don't want to go home and just discuss Wayne's all the time. It'd get boring.
People are people at the end of the day. I think trying to classify everybody into a thing is part of the problem. And part of the article was like that, you know, you buy into the misogyny, like you have this misogyny mindset. I was like, what? I'm sure it mentions the patriarchy, and it definitely mentions cis heterosexual men, and you're like, fuck off, stop trying to classify us as things.
You're judging me because I'm a woman. Like I'm not judging you for
I didn't write this article.
You're the one judging me for being a fucking straight white male.
It's a Cosmo article. I didn't write it, but I was reading it because it was on at MSN Today, and I was bored.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sick of reading about fucking Russia v Ukraine.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll read this article about what a pick-me girl is. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll read that.
Did you hear Tim Westwood's being Me Too'd?
Is he?
Aye.
Who's he again?
Not surprised. Pimp My Ride UK.
Oh, right.
Yeah. He's the guy who, a comedian said this, so take it with a pinch of salt, but apparently he was doing a gig in Cavos that this guy was out, and he came out and he just got on the mic and he went, all the girls who's got a filthy pussy, put your hands in the air. So, him getting Me Too, I would not be that surprised. So aye.
Fair enough.
Wallop.